All right, next up we have one of our KU Communication Studies alumni who just graduated this past May, and he's also an Ignite alumni, having spoken to us about apples and gum in the past. Ethan's going to tell us more about how to pick yourself up after getting fired.
I'm back. I didn't think I'd be back so soon. So, like we were saying, I'm a recent graduate here from Kutztown. I graduated in May, and I was one of the lucky few to get myself a job right out of college. I then got fired from that job in July, and I just recently got myself a new job this week. But it's taken that long, and it's been a long road, and it hasn't been fun. But I've learned a lot, and I'm really excited to be sharing all of these hard-earned lessons with you guys tonight. So first, I'm going to be talking about getting past that post-firing depression, and then I'm going to be moving into some interview tips. So first off, if you didn't see it coming, it probably wasn't your fault, all right? There's plenty of reasons to get fired from a company. Maybe they were overhiring, but if you didn't see it coming, it's best not to beat up on yourself. You know, maybe it's a good thing you got fired, right? If a company's going to treat their employees that way, maybe it's not the kind of place you want to work at, right? So really what it comes down to, though, is with all this spare time that you have, you take it easy on yourself, right? First couple weeks, think of it like an extended vacation. I called it summer break. So before I really move into the meat of things, I just want to reiterate that the job process takes a long time, right? It takes a while. I've been interviewing with a company recently that wanted me to take 5 interviews. It's a lot. I only made it through 4, but it's important not to give up. So talking about some platforms, starting with Glassdoor, they're all right. I think they're pretty good for looking at interviews. People post interviews that they had, and you can actually look at the questions that are going to be asked of you so you can prepare for them beforehand. But I think it's good to be wary of companies that are rated way too high. I think this could come like artificially inflated, come from outside sources. So be wary of those 5-star companies. Maybe look for a 3.5, something modest. Don't use the big 2 platforms that are advertised to you on TV. I can't say what they are tonight, but you know what they are. They're terrible. They're not going to get you anywhere unless you want to be a door-to-door salesman. LinkedIn, it's a necessity, right? We all have to use it. We all got to make ourselves a shiny profile for recruiters to look at. But you at least want to take advantage of that 1 month of premium. That's going to give you a lot of helpful tools. Best of all, though, Hiring Cafe. Hear me out. So what is Hiring Cafe? It is a job platform unlike any other. It doesn't act as a middleman. It scrubs job postings directly from job websites. So there's no profit incentive, and you can get extremely specific with it. Because if you're going to take anything from this speech, it's going to be use Hiring Cafe. Trust me. Use this one while it's still good. So moving into interview tips, I think it's really important to know that you are a performer while you're interviewing. You're not you. You're an actor playing yourself. You're an actor playing the best version of yourself. And I think that really comes into play when you're telling stories, when you're telling those STAR method stories. You know what I'm talking about. And I think good stories are not 100% true. These are stories you're told over and over and over again, and it gets to a point where they barely resemble the original event, right? So you want to make sure you get a little exaggeration in there. That's okay. They don't know. And I think this really comes in with your previous jobs too. They don't know you weren't the best employee. For all they know, you were the best. You innovated, right? You thought of new ways to sell fast food products. You were a sales expert. They don't know you weren't. Don't be modest, all right? I had an interview recently where I was asked about my performance expectations in the first 3 months. And I said, hey, maybe it's going to take me a month to get a hang of things. And I later learned that this is exactly what they did not want to hear. They wanted me to say that I was going to be a top performer from day one. So let's not be modest, people. Say you're going to be the best even if you don't think it. And I'm going to round things off. Tip number 5, don't do drugs. Don't do them. You don't know if you're going to get a drug test, all right? The job I just got this week is having me do a hair test. That's 90 days. That's 90 days. And it's not the FBI. All right, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you very much, Ethan. It's good to have you back. And yes, awesome.